Is Starmer delusional? Has he lost the plot? Or does he just not understand what is going on in Britain? Or he has the wrong people around him telling him incorrect information? Starmer has come out and said that he has restored trust in politics. Do comment below what your thoughts are on this straight away. So I'd love to see what you've got to say in the comment section. And before we continue, thank you to all of you who clicked on this video, supported the channel, and a big shout out to all of our channel members. You can become a channel member, link below, and head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk to check out our amazing tasting coffee for a strong caffeine hit. But let's get into it. Have a look at this.
Can I ask you about integrity? You made a promise when you came into Downing Street that you would restore respect to politics. Can you honestly say, hand on heart, to the British public that your government has done that?
All right, before we start, do comment below what you think of this. I want to know what you've got to say.
Yes, and I'll tell you for why. When I came in, I strengthened the ministerial code. I gave more powers to the independent advisor. And in every case where there's been any issue, my ministers have referred themselves to the independent advisor and followed.
He strengthened the code. They have referred themselves. How many scandals have we had over the last year and a half? That's not going on about everything else that's going on in the UK. But to do with cost of living, tax rises, illegal immigration issues, but just the scandals currently that have happened within the Labour government.
The advice.
You've been in trouble with that independent advisor yourself. You've had to talk about the fact you said you were going to recuse yourself from an appointment and you didn't. You've had to apologise over freebie scandals. Honestly, do you really think that your government has had more integrity than the last?
Well, as I say, I
Labour government don't even know what integrity means or even how to spell it, let alone live by it.
personally strengthened the ministerial code. I gave more powers to the independent advisor. And the difference now is that ministers know that if there's any issue, they must refer themselves in.
You don't think you need to be straight with people that you haven't restored the politics?
If you remember what happened before, there was no accepting of responsibility by the then Prime Minister or the government.
So you're just slightly less.
Here we go. Let's go back to the previous government and put blame on them.
Sleazy than the last government.
No, it's important we're accountable, and we are accountable. And that's why I strengthened the code.
Absolutely lost the plot. It's not just about reporting yourself to the independent advisor because you've done wrong, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. So you've done something wrong, you've been caught out, you refer yourself to the independent advisor. So straight away you've got no integrity there, because being an MP, a Prime Minister, you should live by the book, the rules, the laws that the government set out. But you have done wrong, you refer yourself to the independent advisor. But that's not all that it means restoring trust in politics. He's got the lowest polling in history. You've got mass protests. You've got people calling for him to resign. People have signed petitions for an early election. And the guy was only in power in the Prime Minister's seat for a year. Once again, we go back to the military sea drills, the values and standards that you should all live by: courage, discipline, respect for others, integrity, loyalty and selfless commitment. Do you live by them? Has he restored trust in politics? No, I believe, in my opinion, him and his government have made it worse. They have absolutely demolished trust in politics. From everything I'm seeing and reading, there is no trust in the Labour government. And yes, they are going to have people who support Labour, support what they're doing. But a lot of people who voted for Keir Starmer to be Prime Minister, voted for the Labour government, have now said they wish they hadn't, or they regret their vote, and are now siding with people like Nigel Farage and Reform. Even the Green Party are now surging in the polls. They're getting mass supporting, and the Labour's polling just continues to decrease. So you cannot say you've restored trust in politics and hand on heart when your own polling, when your support is constantly decreasing. And just because now MPs hand themselves in to the independent advisor does not mean you've restored trust. Do the people of the UK, the British citizens, trust you to be their Prime Minister? Trust you to make the right decisions? Trust you to lead them into a better Britain of stability and security, to help us with the cost of living crisis, to help our pensioners, to help our homelessness, to fight the immigration crisis, to sort out the NHS? There's so many issues. Do the British citizens and the people trust you to do that? Trust you to live by the rules and laws that you set out? And my honest opinion is no, they don't. Because one, there's been too many scandals. Two, we've seen tax rises with possibly even more tax rises. Immigration crisis is nowhere near being sorted out. There is no deterrence to allow them to come in. Cost of living crisis, yes, inflation is slightly down, but food is still going up. Fuel hasn't dropped drastically. Energy costs, there's just been another price increase, I believe, from Ofcom, that the energy price cap has just increased. Your polling is down. People are calling for an early general election. You're losing seats everywhere. You've even got your own MPs with inside Labour looking to take power, saying on live TV that they are happy to give up their seat in their local area, even though they were voted in by the local population, for someone else to come in to challenge the current Prime Minister for power. So I don't know, with all of this going on, how you can actually sit there and say you've restored trust. Because from where I'm sitting, you definitely haven't. And he didn't directly answer the question. He had to go, as they do, go in and around, out and about, and just make up here, there and whatever. How many MPs now within his cabinet has he had to sack and replace? Too many. One is too many, but it's definitely more than one. We know that. Good for you. And I think this is the issue we're currently having in Britain. I genuinely don't think it's either him or the people around him telling him, that are supporting him, are actually giving themselves the honest feedback of what is going on in Britain, what the British public think, and what the British public actually wants. Because I don't think they fully understand, and that's why we're just continuing to decline. Because they don't really understand what the British people want. They don't understand what British culture is, British traditions. They don't listen to the people, they don't listen to what's going on around them to move us in the right direction of stability and security. Because if you did, you would understand and you wouldn't say yes to that answer. We wouldn't have the issues going on that we have. What do you think of this? I'd be very interested to know. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.